Hi, my name's Caroline, and this is my interview reflection for the leadership interview. I selected my individual. His name is Will Martin. He's a senior supply manager at Capital One. He's worked for Capital One for 20 years and has been in the position of senior supply manager for 8 of them. I selected this leader because he works really closely with my dad in Capital One, which makes him a very accessible person for me to interview, seeing as that connection is already there. And he also has a similar job description to my dad, so not only do I get to learn about the leadership aspect of my dad's job, but I get to learn more about my dad's job in general and like what that entails. My perceptions of Will Martin during the interview, he was very thoughtful and in his answers. He really took a lot of time to comprehend the question and really give a thoughtful answer, which I really appreciated. I think in his answers, by doing that, he demonstrated that he was an experienced leader, because I do believe that experienced leaders have great communication skills, and that's one of the many things that he portrayed to me. Some of the leadership characteristics discussed by this person, he talked about willingness to compromise, having confidence, listening skills, and flexibility. To elaborate on that, when discussing being a listener, when I asked him what do you think he can improve on as being a leader, he says being a better listener. And I really liked that because I think that's often looked over in leadership abilities. He said that he has so many different things, so many different aspects going on, that he's not always fully present when discussing matters with his associates, and they do deserve his full attention, and I 100% agree with that, and I love that he said that about his how he can improve. And then when I asked him what his leadership style was, he described a more hands-off approach. He said it comes from his confidence in what he knows, and that it was very natural, very not forced. And one of the things he said is giving them space, but having them know that if they need anything, that he's there. And I really like that. I think that shows adaptability and flexibility. And then in terms of compromise, when I asked him how he handles conflict with a coworker, he said that he meets with them face to face, which is a very confrontational way to deal with conflict, but sometimes is best. That way parties get to hear both sides. He said that he listens to what they say and what context gives them the opinion that they have, and then he expects them to listen to him as well, and then hopefully coming up to a mutual compromise that would benefit both parties. My perception of the individual as a leader after the interview was that he's an experienced and good leader, and he described, when I asked him one of the times he's been a leader recently, he described a situation in which his leader actually was not doing her job, and so he had to step up. And I think that's a major part of being a leader, is stepping up when you're needed, and sometimes out of your comfort zone, whether that be in the workplace or in your daily life. And then some of the key statements made by this individual that helped my understanding of leadership was that when I asked him how he responds to criticism, he said that try to be open and take it as an opportunity to improve on yourself, and look at specific situations and how you can improve upon that. And I think that can apply to not only leadership, but your daily life in working in a team environment, and being in college, and being just a young person or a person in general, and taking criticism in leadership roles, and giving criticism, and knowing, like, just to have an open mind. And then one of the things that also stuck out to me was when I asked him if his leadership style, if he thought that worked best, and he said that he didn't believe one leadership style worked better than the others, because one leadership style doesn't fit all situations. He said good leaders need to be flexible in their approaches, and I thought that was really unique, because I always think of leadership styles as being one or the other, but when it comes down to it, it can be on a situation by situation basis, and that might even be better, because not every situation needs the same thing that another situation needs, and so you need to be able to adapt to that, and that I think is a unique aspect of this man is a leader. And it was really amazing to talk to him, and I'm really grateful that he took the time out of his day. We Zoomed this past week because of coronavirus, but it was a great experience. Thank you.